Hi everyone. Today we are going to analyze a game which happened a couple of months ago between two very strong players, rlai and SnowWonder. This was, I believe, the last game of an arena season, and these two players were contending the first position. We are going to analyze this game. So it's me, Jove, and Scops.
Nice to be back here on this channel.
Thanks, Scops, for agreeing to this.
Anytime.
And we will also have some help from our machine friend, ZeusAI.
Yeah, maybe before going there, we can say a little bit more about this game. That was quite a peculiar game that it's been analyzed even before Zeus AI was a thing. There are lots of very strange moves. This game actually made us suspect that SnowWonder was actually not a human player. Before this game, I mean, we were following his games, his plays. We were quite impressed about his win streaks, out of the ordinary. Of course, his peculiar play style. But then this game triggered something in the community. We were like, wow, these moves are not human. Of course, we don't know if SnowWonder was actually an AI or not. He's been challenged in chat. We messaged him and he never replied. At a certain point, after being challenged, he just quit playing. So yeah.
And we can say that the winner of this game actually got to win the arena season.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of a
that's
spoiler in itself, but okay, let's give it a shot.
Okay, rlai starts, and here the Hanging Gardens is the most natural choice, and SnowWonder replies with Circus Maximus and the Appian Way.
Very standard moves.
And again, SnowWonder here will get the Piraeus, the only Wonder with a repeat extra turn power. Over here, we have rlai selecting the Great Library, and let's see, the statue of Zeus. So the Great Library can give access to theology. This is
Very
one of the
standard move. Most players would have played like that.
Exactly. So here's SnowWonder is going to be the second player. Is going to have slightly better wonders. A big question is whether rlai will get theology out of the Great Library.
Yeah, of course he's got the advantage of being first player, so already he's in a decent position, although is behind with the replays.
Zeus says it's very balanced
It's very
after seeing
balanced. Yeah, it's a balanced game.
the setup.
Of course, like you said, a lot of the swing can come from the library, whether or not there's theology in there. That could change a lot the outcome of the game.
So rlai goes first and get the scriptorium. This is already something that Zeus does not agree with. Zeus would go for the clay pit.
I think this is a good move, although even I would have not done that. Probably. I think the mortar is a slightly better play in order to not create the famous structure in the pyramid that would give access to the tavern to SnowWonder.
Although I suppose it's difficult for the first player to prevent the triangle structure here.
Yeah, it is. That's
Maybe
true.
it's almost impossible. SnowWonder replies, and SnowWonder gets the clay pit. So
The clay. He's not worried about a science lead, apparently.
and here rlai builds the level, which is a very reasonable
Yeah, he
human
doesn't
move.
want to open the covered card.
Yeah. Although I suppose you can get the mortar, and your opponent will be almost forced to do something with the level. I
To
suppose
take the other one. In fact,
since it's
there's nothing.
it's a
There's
better
nothing
green card.
that can be behind the mortar that
Mm.
would put SnowWonder in a position to skip. What is it? Is it the level? The level. Yes. Okay.
And SnowWonder obviously has to reply on the mortar.
On the mortar, but here it surprises us, and this is one of those moves that I would have never made, and most of the players I know would have never made. The most logical place to just build it He's got 6 coins, most likely access to the tavern. Yeah, discarding the mortar there is one of those moves that for us does not make a lot of sense.
But Zeus agrees with SnowWonder here.
But
So
yeah,
so
Zeus
far, so far there is
agrees
agreement.
with SnowWonder. That's again one of those very suspicious moves of SnowWonder that you say, how did he know that was a better move? Assuming it was, of course. But yeah,
Yeah, we don't know. rlai builds the Stone Reserve, which makes sense because the tavern
makes
is lost
sense.
anyway. You want a yellow card now so that you can discard for 3 coins. And obviously, it's no wonder builds the tavern.
Goes
One
for
of
his favorite card. While analyzing SnowWonder's games, one of the first things we noticed is that he was always going for the tavern, priority on everything else. His preference for the tavern was something that intrigued us. It helped us realize how strong the tavern was.
So rlai discards the stable, very reasonable thing to do. And this is the first time that Zeus disagrees with SnowWonder.
So far, their evaluation of the state of the game was always the same, but now for the first time, they're making a different move.
In fact, SnowWonder discards the Palisade, whereas Zeus would build the Piraeus using the guard tower. So
This
Zeus,
is a very strange move. It's a move I hardly ever consider if I'm second to play one of my replays to become first. Maybe I should do it more often. Let's say, actually, in this case, SnowWonder's play is more standard. Zeus's play instead is a bit more, yeah, audacious, let's say.
yes. I mean, the situation is pretty bad for the second
Yeah,
player. It's
true.
also understandable. One really wants to be the first player here.
Yeah, then you get access to the wood for sure, the one in the third row, and then there's not a lot for the other player instead.
So
It's quite an obvious move.
SnowWonder builds the Clay Reserve, even more because rlai does not have the coin to afford
The
the.
wood, yeah.
So SnowWonder discards the blue card.
Here there's an interesting spot.
This is one of the most interesting points in this game. rlai makes the obvious move, build the press.
Very standard. I wouldn't think about this move for more than a fraction
Exactly.
of a second. I would just dive onto the papyrus there.
So it's a great card. Structurally, it's perfect. Like the position of the cards makes it good to build the press. Instead, Zeus here thinks that it is a bit better to do something else, and this something else is to discard the garrison, which is kind of a mind-blowing choice that no one would make.
Oh, definitely not.
We don't know which one is the correct move, but we can try to explain a little bit why it's not completely unreasonable to discard the garrison. It looks like Zeus is afraid that by building the press in rlai's shoes, then SnowWonder can build the garrison, and then after rlai builds the claypool, SnowWonder would also build the guard tower. So this would give 2 red cards for SnowWonders, who also has the better wonders for a military push. So the line that Zeus has in mind for the end of this age is that rlai discards the garrison, SnowWonder builds the press, rlai builds the claypool, and according to Zeus, at this point, SnowWonder should not build the guard tower. Just a single red card is not enough. So SnowWonder would discard the guard tower, and Zeus, in rlai's shoes, would build the Hanging Gardens to end the first age with the quarry, and then would start the second age. Very soon they would build the Great Library to search for theology.
In Zeus' opinion, it does not make a lot of sense to just build one red card, whereas it's quite strong to build 2, followed probably by a circus or something that would break the 2 coins.
Probably none of us would do it, even if it came exactly the same situation. But at least we are trying to understand a little bit how.
It's not something I will ever apply to any of my games.
Yeah. Maybe paying more attention to red cards in the first stage.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Very vague thing
a little bit,
to learn. Instead, rlai does the most
Standard
sensible thing.
move.
And here again, SnowWonder disagrees with Zeus, so here instead discards the garrison.
We can assume at this point that actually rlai played the best move there by building the press, given that his opponent is not following the line that Zeus had in mind.
And in fact, the evaluation according to Zeus is now very, very high, close to 70% winning chance.
Yeah.
And obviously here rlai builds the clay. And now SnowWonder
Prizes us again.
he sort of goes back on his steps and builds the guard tower.
The guard tower, which is against that point that I was trying to make earlier. So just one red card in H1 is not that strong. You're giving up any possibility of going first in H2, and you're not going to break those 2 coins, which is kind of the goal there.
Interestingly, Zeus agrees with this move, but this position is a bit different from the other line that we were discussing where a single red was not good enough. Zeus seems to be more desperate compared to the other line. He feels like building a red card is yeah.
Let's try. Yeah. In fact, the situation doesn't look good for SnowWonder.
No, absolutely not.
He's got nothing on his side. rlai's got already all the resources, only missing the glass. It's got 2 greens. What can go wrong, right?
Now there's a new stone, which however is not built by rlai. How many coins did he have? 3 coins. I mean,
what's Zeus thinking here? He would have built it. That's a very close call between building it and discarding it. I think I would have built it because I'm not so interested in doing the hanging garden. First move is already mine in H2.
So here SnowWonder. Okay, this is an interesting move.
This is another one of those moves that most of us would have not considered. Building the circus here for 8 coins. I don't see a strong line behind this move. You could have done it any other time, right? There's no rush.
Well, you take away the papyrus, which can be useful.
Useful, of course,
early in the second age. The shield certainly helps a little bit.
But not breaking those 2 coins makes it less attractive. I don't think I would have even considered the move at all.
However, Zeus agrees with SnowWonder here.
That's the interesting part. By a good margin. Clearly the strongest move according to Zeus. But yeah.
Here rlai is probably a normal move. Build the wood, and SnowWonder gets the stone. Obviously useful.
What's the situation at this point? Zeus feels that rlai is quite ahead, right?
Yeah,
70%.
Close to 70% chance of winning.
70% chance of winning. Yeah. He's got the first player.
Starts
by discarding the green card, which is a strange move from rlai, if you ask me. That green card wasn't too bad. The temptation to build it was high. It would bring me to 3 symbols. There's law just there available. What is Zeus thinking there? Not even considering it at all. He's thinking more about going to the left, actually. His best move is discarding the blue card.
Well, maybe to the left there is a red card down the road. If SnowWonder gets the revealed card, you get your hands on the red.
He's also considering another move to use the blue card to build the library.
And also, Zeus would not be searching for theology, which would be the most natural choice for us humans.
Economy would be his best token to find, followed by agriculture, and then only in third spot we find theology. Economy is usually not a token I'm after. It's usually a win more kind of token. If the game is definitely going civil, then having economy and an economical lead means, there's no chance for your opponent to win the game. But theology would give him more confidence in securing this game. So instead, of course, he goes to the right.
This is the first time that, according to Zeus, SnowWonder is clearly ahead.
Yeah, by building the caravansary.
Which is a very good reveal for SnowWonder.
Very good reveal. He got lucky here. Going to the left would have been a lot better because of that. Now the game is what?
Like 60% chance for SnowWonder.
It swung completely.
rlai is probably going to keep doing things differently from Zeus. Discards the blue.
Zeus wants to build this library, and I take it. You need to put some pressure in some way.
Zeus believes in agriculture now. Now, after the caravansary, I suppose economy has
it's not so good anymore, of course. Yes. But still, better than theology. Quite absurd, if you ask me.
Well, now rlai has some production issues because the gray resources are not there. The Circus Maximus, which we were not so convinced about.
Striking back, yes.
Exactly. So here, SnowWonder and Zeus agree on using the Piraeus to take away both production cards from rlai.
The difference is Zeus would have discarded the forum. But by a good margin, actually.
By a good
He
margin.
thinks is which I concur with Zeus. I would have definitely discarded it there. It's 5 coins.
Because you don't have the coins right now, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it to. I don't want to be left with 0 coins there. And when I have Piraeus active, I feel like I'm okay with the great resources.
Yeah,
so
especially
I don't
since
feel the need.
your opponent does not have any.
Doesn't have any of them.
And
Now
here
he's building the
rlai
library,
builds the great library.
which is not what Zeus would have done here instead.
But it's close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah, we're not seeing the tokens.
But of course, yeah, we can assume that whatever was there, rlai would have taken theology like any other human player would have.
But now SnowWonder can press even more the matters with the gray resources by discarding the glassblower. Yeah, with 0 coins, I think.
With 0 coins, you don't want to build it.
rlai.
But he's probably starting to realize that he could lose this game.
Yes,
still balanced,
yeah.
But what is the line here for rlai? Where does he want to go? He's kind of given up the science by discarding that green card at the beginning of the age. He's built no blue card so far, and his economy is not as good as you would hope by this point. As a first player, he's lacking resources, and SnowWonder is not.
rlai also has the statue of Zeus, so if the stone gets destroyed, SnowWonder's production is not fantastic. These three cards are quite important, especially the parade ground and the customs house, I think. But even the double stone, because if SnowWonder gets the double stone, it secures the economy.
I think the double stone is not that crucial compared to the other two, like you said. Once you have the caravansary, you can always find a way to build stuff. The customs house is quite crucial. Basically, the only source of that kind of resources that's left in the game.
rlai can go to the right, so that SnowWonder is forced to give the customs house, or he can play to the left, be more aggressive, and get 2 out of these 3 cards. And this is apparently the line that Zeus prefers.
Zeus is suggesting to build the stones, but I remember rlai is doing something completely different.
Oh, that is very different.
It's not something Zeus is even thinking about. Yeah. It's something I would have thought to get access to that kind of resources, but apparently, according to Zeus, it's not relevant at this point of the game. Building the stones was a better move according to him. I would have done exactly what rlai is doing. It's a good spot to use your.
Yeah. No, I mean you have theology, so
you've got the other replays.
That's very understandable. So this exposes rlai to some more military. Now it's pretty clear that
that's the downside of this move.
I mean, you would like to get the green card, but probably you are forced to build the walls here. Let's see. Yeah,
he's building the walls.
SnowWonder, interestingly, goes to the right.
Wait a second.
So this wants to discard the green card. Or use it to build a wonder, or build it, do anything with the library.
Not leave it there like SnowWonder did.
It's a decent swing now that rlai can get the library. Oh, but interesting.
But he doesn't take it. Yeah, he's going for the coins.
Let me back up a little bit. According to Zeus, rlai was in a solid advantage for 1 move now, before building the brewery. If he built the library and got, say, mathematics, or even urbanism.
Choice, yeah, which I completely understand. Is 6 points.
Plus potentially more, because you already have another...
Plus the 2 points on the quill. It's a big swing in points.
SnowWonder now is a little bit ahead, according to Zeus. Zeus wants to build the Appian Way.
I don't remember what it is.
Oh, okay.
He builds it as well. Yeah.
SnowWonder also does it. And
with the 4 points. Yeah, exactly the same thing that Zeus is suggesting.
What was the point?
Deny, of course, the pair, and at the same time get in the best card on the table, which is the 4 points. Before doing the Appian Way, rlai has the possibility to build both of his wonders because he had 8 coins. Appian Way is quite an obvious choice here.
Also takes away the second level, unless rlai responds
with
his
another
last.
wonder himself. Yeah, it makes
So
sense.
rlai, okay, so rlai does respond with the final extra turn, destroys the stone as we were anticipating.
Discard the 5 points probably.
Exactly. SnowWonder is forced.
Reveal the pair for him. What is
Yeah, I
Zeus
don't know.
thinking? Would have just built the 5 points for 3 coins.
Actually, the evaluation
Has dropped a lot
substantial.
after this. Now Zeus is thinking that this move basically killed Arlai. After this move, it's given him almost no chance of winning. It's probably best to save your replay for the third age and play 1 extra card in H3. Better than pairing here for 6. Yeah. There's 2 good cards there, by the way. So even taking just the blue, you don't need priority on those 2 cards. If it's Arlai discarding the red, then SnowWonder has to discard one of the 2, probably the pair, and then you're left with a good blue.
The statue is pretty
Solid,
good for SnowWonder. So here, SnowWonder probably discards the barracks. Yes.
Yeah, and this way instead you're given the 4 points for SnowWonder, which is also bad.
So
you're
here,
taking, 6 plus 1, but he's taking 4. It's a very small difference compared to what he could have done by saving Zeus for H3 and play an extra card. Sorry, Arlai, if you're hearing me here, if you that this was not your best move.
Arlai starts the third age. How can he save this?
His economy is not as good as you would have hoped, so he's paying a little bit for everything.
Which is far from ideal.
The first 2 cards are not great. Usually that guild is very strong, but not in this game.
No. They forgot to produce resources in this game.
So probably the yellow card is a better option. I think at discard it doesn't have many coins. It's better to get some.
Okay, yes, he does so. And now we have a little bit of military help for SnowWonder.
Does SnowWonder do that? Yes.
That's very reasonable. The green is pretty useless.
But he builds it.
In the hope of
probably
a
wants
pair.
to get another pair to boost mathematics.
The ship owner skills, maybe slightly better.
It's not very strong, but for free, why not?
Now there is a decent guild. There is a 7-pointer behind, which is slightly expensive. So yeah, rlai can build the guild. So SnowWonder can discard the blue.
7 points. I would discard the 7 points here. Simply you don't want to leave it for rlai.
Sure. rlai now has the chance to make a pair, but probably he doesn't. He'd rather get the Moneylenders Guild and deny the Praetorium, although the Praetorium is pretty bad.
It's interesting to note here that according to Zeus, there's absolutely no way for rlai to win the game at this point. That's not how I would evaluate the game here. I mean, I find it very close instead. The points are close, the economy is close. rlai even has the priority being first player. The problem, of course, for rlai is that he's got to defend himself from military, but other than that, I wouldn't feel that bad. I would definitely think I could win this game.
rlai has not been having good cards to build so far, and even in the future.
He can build that 5 blue, leaving the red, of course, is not great because it goes to just 1 shield away from being death. But yeah, he's got the priority, so I shouldn't be too worried about it. The Moneylenders Guild is probably not very strong, but better than green. Problem, is that SnowWonder could potentially pair those 2 Armillaris peers. Yeah.
So rlai cannot get both the Moneylenders Guild and the blue 5 points.
The blue.
If he pair and gets strategy, then the Praetorium.
Yeah. So if he pairs, then he's forced to take the red one or discard it at least. So that's a tricky situation. Quite unlucky, I have to say. rlai here. A very bad H3 for him. Builds. It's good to build it. He's got the guild for the yellows as well.
And SnowWonder can just build the Pantheon, 6 points.
Very solid.
Oh,
no. I would not act on the red. What is rlai doing?
rlai
Instead,
discards
the red. Yeah, that's probably a bad move.
Probably you need to risk.
Yeah, it's true that if there is a red behind those 2 blue, then
you lost. So 3 out of 7 chances.
It's an understandable move.
If you realize that you're going to lose on points, then you need to risk it.
Yeah, I think I would have risked it.
So here it's SnowWonder's turn, and I think the Pantheon now makes
Take
complete
those
sense.
6 points, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, rlai needs to go to the right.
Discards because
Let's
it's
do
very
that.
expensive. Yeah, why not? These are two cards that are good for SnowWonder. rlai gets the Moneylender skill here,
Yeah,
right?
you can let SnowWonder pair.
Otherwise, you even lose some of the face down cards, yeah. And this means that strategy or urbanism? Urbanism, yes.
Yeah. Now he can pair if he wanted, but it's only the 3 points on the card, then the 3 points for mathematics, but the 7 points are obviously a lot better.
And SnowWonder goes for the blue card. Yeah, Zeus is already giving 100% win.
Well, you can count it.
Is rlai going to do? Discard the red. It's very bad for him and very good for SnowWonder. SnowWonder can do anything, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, blue card for rlai, building the arena for SnowWonder.
Yeah, I'm not sure these are the most efficient moves for SnowWonder to win in the end. But yeah, we also know that this is an interesting thing. There's SnowWonder somehow at the end of H3 always manages to find the least efficient move to win with the smallest margin. It's just also very, very suspicious. In some of the games we've seen, he could maximize his points in a much easier way, and instead he goes for some wins at the tiebreaker and that would require me like 15 minutes to count.
Right.
One of those things that makes you wonder who's behind SnowWonder.
Right. As humans, it would still feel like a very close game until the very end.
Yes, despite what Zeus thinks, that he was given like rlai no chance at the end of H2. Instead, I think if rlai would have played some things slightly different in H3, he could actually win it. For example, discarding the Pretoria, the 3 shield card, of course it was a big risk. I don't think the red was there eventually, was it?
On the right there was no red card.
There wasn't, right? Yeah, so
no.
Very interesting game, full of strange moves by SnowWonder. rlai played a very good game. Those couple of moves in H2, probably he could have done a little bit better. But I mean, rlai is one of the best players out there. He's always running for first in the arena season.
We're talking about players, around the 600
of
elo.
a super high level, super high level. Yeah, he surprised me a little bit with that statue of Zeus at the end of H2. In the 6 coins, the brewery there was also not his best play in his career. But all in all, he played a very good game and ended up losing anyways to the very weird moves that SnowWonder pulled off. I have to say, SnowWonder got it quite lucky, in several occasions. Finding the Caravansary there, the whole setup in H3 was not as favorable for first player as it usually is. But yeah, what a game.
Good
What
game.
a game. So thanks for letting me analyze it with you. I think I've learned something, although I've watched this game several times. And we've talked about this game so much at length with all the other players in our community. So yeah, it was really a lot of fun.
Thank you for joining, Scopes.
See you next time then.
See you next time.